On the subject of truth collection, the Alaskan Bush People is one of the excellent told stories with its in no way finishing drama. However, mixed with the drama are a chain of frightening incidents that dispatched the fact docudrama series into the realms of tragedy. The display followed the Brown-owned family, and these days we are riding into the series of tragedies they have suffered, inclusive of the heartbreaking tragedy of Noah Brown, a beloved member of the Brown circle of relatives, at the same time as the cameras may additionally have stopped rolling. The drama has only intensified. This is a tale that's deeper than the Alaskan kickback, in which family bonds are examined, secrets are uncovered, and heartbreak takes middle degree. Now we start by speaking about Noah Brown. Noah Brown was shaken with the aid of the loss of his father Billy Brown, who died on February 7, 2021 as a result of his seizure. This came after Endure Brown discovered in 2020 that the family's domestic expenses were given burnt inside the 2020 Washington wildfires. However, as unfortunate as those incidents are, they are not Noah Brown's innermost tragedies. Noah is like a actual existence technopath. He could construct a Wi-Fi router out of a tree branch and a few fishing line. It's an exaggeration, however. You get the concept. Noah has continually been the imaginative, inventive member of the Brown-owned family, turning the wild Alaskan frontier into his non-public playground for engineering experiments. Whether it changed into rigging a water pump or developing equipment from scratch, he became the family's go-to problem solver. The interesting thing is, at the same time as Noah's genius made lifestyles off the grid for the Brown circle of relatives easier, his heart was some other place. He became fully committed to Rain, Alicia, the affection of his life. Their 2018 wedding ceremony turned into what every Alaskan Bush People fan dreamed of. Noah's journey to love wasn't the handiest highlight in his story, but it is related to his best tragedy. Born on July 18, 1992, Noah spent his early life surrounded by the raw beauty of Alaska. He embraced the lifestyles that become all approximately rugged, independence, and the robust ties of own family, but while he appeared to have the whole thing, someone ought to want adventure, freedom, and a close-knit family behind the curtain. Matters have been a lot extra complicated residing thus far off the grid, intended that survival wasn't continually guaranteed, and it added with it struggles that most folks could not even consider. It was a steady balancing act among finding sufficient to eat, building shelters, and maintaining the family collectively. The isolation wasn't just bodily. It turned into emotional too, because the Browns confronted the challenges of managing a family previously known for living together in harmony among themselves and working out the disputes that took place, and maintaining the family-owned America and living out the percentage their story with the arena Noah. Shown with his herbal talent for invention and problem-fixing, visitors instantly fell in love along with his ingenuity and his unshakable calm in the face of adversity. He became the man you may count on to get things achieved and do it with style. Noah, just like the rest of his family believed, owned family is the whole lot. This idea has won the matters that gave the display its coronary heart, as fans were given to observe the own family paintings together, combat together, and love each other nevertheless. There are a few details that many fanatics ignored. Did you recognize Alaskan Bush People wasn't filmed totally in Alaska? Some scenes have been shot in other locations like Hoona and Chichagof Island looks like. Now, not the whole lot we see is real. However, the tragedies the circle of relatives suffered are not the sort that may be faked. However, earlier than we get to that allows communicate approximately the Brown-owned family and what makes them tick. Already we've got stated how the Brown family preached togetherness. They have constructed their complete lives around this sense of we're all on this together, regardless of what it is. This bond that helped them conquer demanding situations like unpredictable weather, monetary troubles, and circle of relatives disputes every so often. Those own family disputes are diffuse, like a second wherein one sibling takes a jab at another in passing. Other instances it's more obvious, with tempers flaring or disagreements approximately the future of the family commercial enterprise. These activities are dramatic, as they are expected. Families squabble all of the time. What do you watch? The business side of factors is wearing quite a few of these tensions. Bubble up, jogging a show, and keeping the house afloat is not clean. The individuals of the Brown-owned family have different critiques on how matters need to be executed, how money need to be controlled, and what function everybody need to play in the business. It is a piece like a excessive stakes family board sport. Each person has their very own method. However, now not all and sundry consents on the regulations. It is these tensions, these drama, and demanding situations that make the Brown family tale relatable for plenty fans. Have turned out to be captivated about how they paintings, through their variations, keep tight to what subjects and hold transferring forward, and isn't that a lesson for all? Of U.S. life isn't ideal. Families aren't perfect. However, sticking together and assisting in each other may be what counts in the end. What captivated you the maximum about the show? Become it the bond of the own family? Or the drama from their disputes? Talking of drama, one of the most up-to-date ones. At the display Become in 2016, so what took place? Allow us get into it. Contributors of the Brown-owned family such as Billy and Joshua Bam Bam Brown have been charged with falsifying records to get hold of Alaska's Permanent Fund Dividend, the PFD. The OCR Post. The PFD is a charge given to Alaska residents who've lived inside the kingdom for as a minimum a year and plan to stay indefinitely. So fraud. According to reports, the Browns claimed residency in Alaska while spending huge time out of the kingdom. Surprisingly is not it. This prison hassle ended in Billy and Bam Bam pleading guilty to misdemeanor prizes of second-degree, unsworn falsification. They served 30 days of residence arrest, and the family paid hundreds in fines. Whilst the scenario didn't result in prison time, it turned into a giant blow to their popularity. For our own family, portrayed as self-reliant and rule-abiding wilderness dwellers, this scandal painted a different photo, so it became out that people didn't recognize one. In all their preferred TV households, properly sufficient, what may want to have pushed them toward fraud. It receives even worse for the circle of relatives, and Noah, as essential as Noah become to the circle of relatives. Rain Brown become additionally a key member of the Alaskan bush people. Rain wasn't always part of the show, however. Well, she got here into the picture. She delivered, together with her, a fresh wave of energy. Ah Wang Shi. Miho himes pong kihim jienjienze. As the youngest member of the Brown circle of relatives, she fast have become an image of hope, innocence, own family unity, and a catalyst for change and growth. However, more than that, she confirms the arena, how deeply family loyalty runs in their veins. However, all is not as it appears with Rain, and has some darkness she is dealing with still. Whether or not it became helping her siblings within the domestic or taking over duties that regarded too big for her years, Rain become by no means one to shy away from difficult paintings. In her own way, she was the glue, preserving the Brown family. 7-5. Together. Unluckily, it doesn't appear to be Noah and his wife, Rain Alicia, are big fans of her. What do we imply is the affection the Brown circle of relatives presentations fake? Why could Noah have troubles together with his circle of relatives? Is that this linked to the darkness inside Rain? How is Noah connected to all of this? Noah become an inventor and problem solver, however. There has been one problem he had, issue fixing. He attempted to stability his function within the Brown legacy along with his very own developing own family, and wasn't finding it smooth. This trouble were given worse whilst he had 2 kids together with his wife, as that introduced its own set of pressures. Eventually, Noah couldn't attain stability and lean in the direction of his courting with Rain. This sparked a chunk of a divide, not simply inside the own family, however. An obstacle which had been previously blindsided by Noah also now had to be dealt with by Maya, the daughter of Noah. Among fanatics too, some visitors were not pleased, approximately how Rain mashed into the circle of relatives, dynamic and rumors of tension between her and different individuals like Rain Brown failed to help subjects. Some fans have speculated that tensions might stem from Rain now not always seeing eye to eye with Noah's siblings, particularly Rain Brown, who felt like Rain became trying to replace, especially as Rain changed her call from Ruth. It failed to look like Rain become thrilled approximately being a part of a bigger own family and wanted to set obstacles. However, imagine seeking to set boundaries with a own family it is used to sticking collectively via thick and skinny, no questions requested, there was no manner. Noah and Ryan set barriers without ruffling the feather of the larger circle of relatives, or do you observe they may have, as Noah dealt with internal family squabbles? There is the complete off-grid way of life debate over the years. Critics have wondered simply how real the Brown-owned family's wilderness adventures are. Noah, as the tech-savvy problem solver, often discovered himself on the center of those discussions. Humans doubted how off-grid the circle of relatives had been, with how Noah ought to apparently, without difficulty, build a running gadget out of spare parts within the middle of nowhere. However, good day, can we blame the guy for being inventive? If anything, it suggests his ingenuity, as Noah turned into coping with that social media introduced undesirables interest to him, like maximum public figures. Noah's online presence hasn't been without its problems, whether or not it's sharing non-public moments that enthusiasts discovered too private, or clapping lower back at criticism. His posts have occasionally stirred controversies. Social media may be a double-edged sword, and Noah's learned that the difficult manner, it is now not an unclean course. And controversy, IES are sure to comply with. While you stay this kind of public existence, regrettably, his tragedy is even larger than his social media mishaps. Details are still murky. However, the tension, it hurt. Noah had spent years building up the own family brand together. With his ingenuity and difficult paintings now because of a fallout between his wife and his sister, all of that seemed to be slipping. Via his arms. It wasn't pretty. Much cash or repute had become about losing something he had poured his coronary heart into, and allows not forget. Noah's a family guy at his core. The Browns had been his world, and the enterprise become presupposed to be the glue, preserving all of them together. Looking that same glue change into cracks of their foundation that had to sting, understanding. Noah, although he probably took it individually, this isn't always the type of man who shrugs things off. He's the fixer, the one who steps up whilst something's damaged. And while he couldn't repair this, that ought to have felt like failing, even though it wasn't actually his fault. You need to wonder if Noah ever sits again. And thinks turned into all of it well worth it. The lengthy days, the sacrifices, the strain of being the family genius. It'd have to feel like a comic story whilst it all begins crumbling due to drama he couldn't manage.